it's Ethnic Green Living here, and I always talk about what I'm reading for my kids or what I'm teaching my kids, what we're doing, day in the life, what we're cooking, all those things, hauls. But today I wanted to make the video about me. And I know we're taught, don't make things about you, but it's about me. And so I just want to share with you guys what books I have been reading. And if you're new to my channel, for my birthday I got a Kindle, and one of my birthday goals was just to get back into reading because I've always read a lot and I love books. But since becoming a mommy, specifically having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, I just found that it was impossible to read a book or complete it in a timely manner. Typically I could read a book in maybe 2 days, 1 day, 2 days. And then after becoming a mom, oh my God, it took me like 3 months to read a book. So anyway, now my daughter is 4, my oldest is 14, my youngest will be 4 next week. I can read a book again. So one of the ones that I read is called The Mothers. Oh, but I thought I could show them to you, sorry. It's The Mothers from Britt Bennett. Another one that I have read is called Beauty After Brokenness. And that is what this looks like. Maybe this video wasn't going to work. Oh, there we go. Maybe this isn't going to work kind of like I thought it would, but it is. So that's Beauty After Brokenness. The next one that I read was The Fire from on High, Elizabeth Acevedo. Oh man, there we go. Yes, I love this book. That was a good book. And she also is the author of Poet X. I don't know if it's gonna give it to me in that order. Every time I show it to you, it keeps switching the order. So I apologize, but here's Poet X. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's see if we can get this cover, Poet X. There we go. The Poet X. That was a really great book. Well-read Black girl. So this is a book that I did not get to read in its entirety. The way that this book is set up is more like an anthology. So it is tons of little books and little like tidbits from different authors to give just a really big book. I'm gonna have to bring you close so you can see it, but it's this one right here, Well-read Black girl. I only listened to one audiobook, and that was Alicia Keys' More Myself, and it was slower than my other reads. The Fire on High, Poet X, I read those things like in 1-2 sittings, easy. They were really good. They really gave voice to a lot of areas that I felt voice hasn't been given. So I really loved that. I didn't really know too much about Alicia Keys, but I loved the journey that she takes us on as she talks about her books, the journey to finding herself. And I have found, like I just said, as a mommy of 5, it's always about somebody else. And so I've been on a journey just trying to make time for me, just love on me, you know, be there for me. Hunted by the Sky is something that I wanted to read, but honestly, I didn't get to read. So I'm still gonna show it to you just because. But Hunted by the Sky. The next one that I want to show you guys is Sarah McKenzie, The Family, or the Read Aloud Family. And that is something, hold on a second, let me get to the cover. That is this one, The Read Aloud Family. This was a really good book as well. Love After Love. This is Ingrid Prasad. All right. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, I can't pull it up right now, but let's just bring you close. Love After Love. Okay, so I know I haven't really been talking a lot about the books because I don't want to make this video super long, but I will say this about the Love After Love. It was a very interesting book. Okay, it's not my typical read, okay? I've never read anything really like that, but I will say I'm so glad I read it because you really can see perspective in how someone dealing with the same situation as this person can have a different outcome from this person just simply based upon the way they were treated and the people who surrounded them. And that is what sociology is all about, the role that your environment plays on you collectively. And so from that standpoint, I really love the book. And then of course I love psychology, and so from a psychological standpoint, I really loved getting to see kind of inside the mind of the mother and the son, and you know, you kind of got to see inside of everybody and how they worked and what made them work. And ultimately, it's about love and family, the things that try to tear us apart, and yet the things that bring us together. There are some trigger warnings in the book, so I do want to mention that ahead of time. However, I'm not too sure what class you could teach in this book. You couldn't find a way to tie it in because there's so many topics. Again, lots of trigger warnings. However, sometimes we need to address and talk about those triggers and those things because, I mean, we can clearly see on multiple occasions in the books by not talking about it, it didn't make it better in any way. All right, let's go to the next one. Because again, every time I show you one, it kind of alters it. Ooh, I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. Random House Publishing. Okay. So this is a really good book. This is Erica Sanchez, and although she's not Elizabeth Avocado, amazing story. And okay, I should probably talk about the books. So in this book, she finds out that her sister had a past that no one knew about, or that her sister essentially was living a double life. And she didn't find out about it until her death. And I feel like she's kind of torn. Do I tell the truth about her? Do we just let her rest in peace? Should my family know, you know, what was going on and all these secrets, or should they stay hidden? And it's really an interesting, it's an inside look at a Mexican family. However, I think that you can take Mexican off because straight up it can be black, white. It can be, you know, not just Hispanic, Indian, I just really feel like this is a really good book because I feel like so many families, you know, how many times have you heard, you should be like your sister, or you should be like your brother, you should be like so-and-so, and da-da-da. But baby, boo-boo, you don't know what they really are like. And so that's what happens in this story. She's always being compared to her sister, but what the parents don't know, and I'm kind of spoiling a little bit, the sister, you know, have been sleeping with a married man for 4, 5, 6 years while she's saying she's getting a degree and never graduated, you know, wearing these plain Jane clothes, but then, you know, sneaking off to the hotel to be with this man. And then before she died, she was pregnant. So there we go. Sorry for spoiling it. Great book. You know, truly, I'm learning a lot from these books. Okay. So, all right. Crazy Brave. That is something I was recommended on my Facebook page. And if you're not following me, I am on Instagram as book_bomb, BALM, and you can see every single book I read. I try to post them on there. The Children of Blood and Bone, Cinderella's Dead, A Song Below Water, How to Be an Anti-Racist. Those are ones I'm reading now. I'm supposed to be sharing all the books that I read. This is like the worst video, sorry. So, just to recap in case I confused you. My goal for August was to read 4 books. And I actually read I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter, Love After Love. I'm currently still reading the Read Aloud Family. I read More Myself by Alicia Keys. I read Poet X, Elizabeth Avocado, with the Fire on High, also by her. I read Beautiness After Brokenness. I read The Mothers. I read there's one more that I read that's not on here. And then I read a hardback. I read all these ebooks and I read one hardback, which was the new one that came with the Twilight saga. The new one just came out. So my goal was to read 4 books for the month of August and 2 books each sequential month. That would give me a total of 12 books by the end of December. And I'm already at 9 books by the end of August, really the second week of September. So I'll be back and I'll share some more of like what I'm reading and what's going on. And you guys tell me when I do these videos for future references, would you want me to tell you like my thoughts about each book, or do you want to just know what I've read so that maybe you can read those? I would honestly suggest any of the ones that I read. I will say again that there are some trigger warnings to a lot of them, but they're really great stories that really get your mind to thinking. For me, a great story doesn't necessarily tell me every single thing, but a great story leaves me with questions, or leaves me feeling victorious, or like I'm the winner, or it helps me see life through someone else's perspectives. There's so many things to a good story. But anyway, I really loved all these. Tell me in the comments below, have you read any of these books? Do you have reading goals for yourself? How are you slaying them? How many have you read so far, of whichever your goal is? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.